Man, that just brings back the memories from
Good days. Good
1976,
days. Yeah.
even all the way through the 90s. They played that all
Yeah.
the time. But can you? Let's. I'm going to go through all the people that I have below on the screen really quick.
Yeah.
So these are all the great players over the years. So you have on the bottom left there,
Sabas.
Bonus, then Buck Williams, then
Yeah.
Drazen Petrovic, then Kiki Vandeweghe, and then Calvin Nat right there. That's a guy. He was really like a big player for a lot of years. I think he came from New Jersey. And then Clyde Drexler, Brandon Roy,
B-Roy.
Damian Lillard, and then Nurkic. When he was the Bosnian beast, he was incredible. That's all I can tell you. He was a great player back then. And then we've got Denny Advia, and then Jeff Petrie hidden in the background there, who, if he had played during the 3-point era, would have scored like 10 a game. I mean, the guy, that's all he shot at. And then we've got Rasheed Wallace, mainly because you like him some. I thought he was pretty good.
Dude, come on. He's one of the best power forwards.
He was good
in the 2000s. One of the best power forwards on the Blazers ever. Come on.
I thought it was so funny, just the way he would never talk to reporters. He'd always say the same thing.
It was awesome.
And then he was I think he was rightfully so angry at all the refs all those years.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think they intentionally tried to.
They singled him out because he wouldn't, especially a couple of guys. Well, remember Drexler had that thing with Joey Crawford for a long time too.
Yeah, I think they got rid of Crawford because
of the Drexler stuff. Yeah,
he wouldn't shake Drexler's hand before a game.
Yeah, that's
why they go. Well, obviously you're biased then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we've got Billy Ray Bates next.
Billy Ray
Bates was
awesome,
absolutely incredible for those 2 years he played here. The first game he played, I actually remember listening on the radio. I think it was, if I remember right, I remember exactly, but I thought it was Cleveland on the road, and he hit 2 3-pointers in a row. They just throw him in at garbage time. And I remember Sean saying, he goes, Bates from the 4th row, he's got it. It's like, wow, he was just fading out. And then after that, he became sort of a legend. I mean, his dunks.
Yeah. He played in the Philippine League for a long time too, right? Didn't he?
Yeah, they called him, I think, Black Superman over there because he
was Black Superman.
I mean, he was incredible. Like the one play that I remember the most the one famous one where they lob the ball and he catches it underneath for Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But then there's the one where it's just a game that I watched on TV. It was Peter Goodmanson. Nobody remembers that guy. Icelandic international. He was our center, and he was posted up. I think it was on the top free throw line, but with perpendicular to the basket, posted up, and then Jabbar was on his back, and then Goodmanson did a wraparound behind the back pass into the lane, and Bates caught it. Then Jabbar turned to try to block it, and Bates just tomahawked it right in
that was
Jabbar's
awesome.
face. All right, so you got that one, Bates, and then LaMarcus Aldridge. Not a huge fan of him, but he was a great player. Then Jerome Kersey, one of my favorite players of all time.
Yeah,
you actually would play pickup games similar to him.
A really bad white Jerome Kersey. Yeah,
like you just hustle, right?
Yeah.
And then Jim Paxson, Maurice Lucas, Calvin Nat. Lucas, obviously, who doesn't like him?
Yeah.
And Paxson,
lefty.
Yeah. Who's lefty? Come on, Lucas wasn't left-handed.
No, was it? Oh no, it was. For some reason I thought it was. No, it was
Lionel Holland.
Lionel Holland. Yeah, Lionel Holland.
Yeah, maybe I should. I don't have him on there because he's just sort of like.
Yeah.
It was really Lucas and Walton that ran the show.
Yeah.
Jim Paxson is somebody that he was a great player for years, and had he played with a better player like Walton or Magic Johnson or something, he probably would have scored 50. Yeah, because he was just cutting all the time. He was like Curry running around. And then we got Sidney Wicks there. He kind of left a long time.
Yeah,
scored a shitload. And then Walton and Porter. I mean, Walton,
Terry, TP.
Unbelievable player. Yeah. So, anyways, the Blazers last night ended up getting smoked by the Grizzlies, but
they were close. They were close.
Before they came back, Yeah.
They had a terrible first quarter, couldn't buy a bucket, and then second quarter.
The first quarter. That's the game.
Yeah, second quarter was good. Third quarter they were cranking, and then and then OKC started dropping shots.
Yeah, it kind of sucks because in that third quarter, or
They're
at
up-
some point, we actually cut it to 4 points
Yeah,
after being down 23 or so.
yeah, they started out like 13-1 or something in the third quarter. Yeah,
Yeah, and then I think it continued. Well, it seemed like it sort of there was this really huge run, and then after that, everyone always uses the excuse of, well, they got tired coming back, and then they just lost games.
They're too young to be tired.
Yeah, exactly. See, another thing I hate was when I always say this, I go, when we were young, we just play our asses off for the entire time, and they go
For like 4
great.
hours.
Yeah,
4 hours.
and people always say, well, that's the NBA though. No, come on.
Shut up.
They have stop every 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's commercial timeouts, free throws. You don't have free throws when you're playing. Yeah, when you're playing.
Yeah, I mean, basketball is fun. You don't want to be taken out. Like when people go, hey, when they wave and then ask to be taken out, what do you think of that?
That's it's not from our era, right, of watching it. I mean, nobody was doing that in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. You didn't go, hey, I need to be taken, unless you were injured, right?
And we even if we were injured, we play. Like, here's the thing: it's like I remember at OSU when I would play in the pickup game. This 30-pound lineman hit me from the side of my knee, and my knee went.
Yeah,
and I couldn't even walk really. Yeah. But then the next day, I put a little neoprene thing on it and limped around and still played.
Yeah, you play with screwed up ankles for weeks. I got a bloody nose from a big Samoan guy in Hawaii one time. Still kept playing. Yeah. No, there's no excuse for these 20-year-olds to be like. I mean, they're playing 38 minutes, maybe a game. They're playing 65 games a year. Shut up.
Yeah, no, it's just.
Did you see that big tirade that Kerr just went on recently about how they had to play 17 games in 29 days or something?
Right. Like we played every single day for weeks.
Yeah.
And they act like, I don't know.
Well, and in the 80s and 90s too, they were playing back-to-backs all the time. I mean, that wasn't anything new. The Bulls did it when they went on some of their big runs. They played 17 games in the same amount of time. They weren't. You hear Jordan and those guys bitching about, we're playing too much.
Yeah, it's just I can't stand it when people do that. Like, why would you call to be taken out of the game?
And you're 100% screwing your fans. You're 100% screwing those people that paid hundreds of dollars for a ticket, to go see.
And these guys get paid $40 million a year, some of them, right? And if you're calling, hey, I'm tired, I'm coming out. What in the hell are you talking about, dude?
Yeah.
You pay until you.
Well, I saw a thing. I had a buddy just go to a recent Blazer game when the Lakers came in, and a lot of the starters didn't play on the lake, like Luka and those guys didn't play. And he was saying, someone told him it's like a money thing, supposedly, because the players get taxed in every city that they play in for those taxes for each state. So they have to make
really?
20. Yeah. Every state they play in that has income tax, they have to do a return for that state. It's crazy.
That doesn't even make any sense. That's stupid.
Well, it's just each state wants their cut, right, of that money. So that's what they do.
But wouldn't they just get it from their own players? I mean,
they do as well. But those players also, when they go, so if a Portland player goes and plays in LA, they got to pay state tax on that game. So it's that for all professional sports.
Well, I guess you'd want to have all your games played in Texas then.
Yeah, that's why if you live in Texas or Florida, right, or Washington, there's no game, there's a team anymore. But yeah, you would at least half your games you're not getting state income tax on, right?
Yeah, so let's say you sit out a game, you have to pay the taxes in the city you live in.
He was saying, if you sit out, you don't have to pay that, which I don't know if that's true, but if it is, that's even a worse reason to sit out. Because what's the difference between LA taxes and
it's way
taxes?
I'm sure it's way worse in LA.
Yeah,
LA is just
right. It's got to be worse. Yeah.
Oregon's like 8% though. It's kind of shitty.
Yeah, and Portland might have a municipal tax on top of it if you make over a certain amount.
Yeah, Multnomah County has another tax. So.
Right. So it's like another 1% or something, but still got to be less than playing in LA, right? So got to be way less. So, or at least, so I don't know if that's a real thing or not, but he was saying that. But yeah, that whole sitting out thing is just garbage. It's garbage. It makes me it's another reason I don't like watching the regular season much, because at least in the playoffs, people are playing and they play hard and they actually start playing defense, or if they can.
Yeah, I mean, I like the way the Blazers, they seem to play hard. Like that last night's game
Blazers
was
are scrappy, man. I'm glad we're doing this because I wasn't really following them as much,
lately.
last couple of
Yeah.
years. But yeah, they are scrappy. All of the games they've been in those games. I mean, yeah, we've lost those road trip games, but I mean, they're so close. Like losing by 4 to Detroit in Detroit. That's good. That's a
Yeah,
good,
and they
good.
beat the
Yeah,
other team. I forgot who they played just before that. It was another really good.
Cleveland. They beat Cleveland. Yeah,
They beat Cleveland, and then they almost
solid team.
won the game before that against
Yeah.
who the hell was that? Let me see. Like there was a game right before that. Every game this year
Yeah.
except last night and 2 others, I think.
And it wasn't Indiana. It was
Okay, it was just before that. It was
yeah.
Let's see.
But that's what kind of sucks about this Grizzly game. I feel like they should have. I feel like if they just didn't have that crap. But so many people are out. I mean, we don't have a real point guard right now. I mean, Advia's doing what he can. What do you have, like 9 assists and 3 turnovers? That's pretty good. That's great. But
Yeah, like last night's game, he had 17, 7, and 7, something like that.
yeah,
Which is still like pretty good. He only shot 14 times though. Like, why wouldn't you want Advia needs to shoot? He gets fouled a ton. Did you see him and only like 2 other players in the history of the NBA? It's like he had 16 free throws, 16.5 free throws a game for 5 straight games. I mean, that's the average.
Wow.
That's sick.
And he's not doing the Shea baiting stuff like the James Harden stuff where you're just like baiting for fouls, right? He doesn't play that way. So
well, he does. Yeah, he doesn't. He does stuff like where he goes in like he's going to lay it in, and then stops on a dime, and then keeps his foot in the air and lets the guy run into him, and then throws it in.
Yeah,
I mean that's pretty cool. I mean,
yeah, that's better than the Shea Gilgeous. That in the OKC game, Shea hit his little arm push off thing and shoved the guy, and then shot the ball, but he actually got called for the foul, offensive foul for once. What do you know? Offensive foul for once, which they never call anymore. Never call.
The other game,
I was thinking. The way the lanes are opened up, so the way the interior is so open now, can you imagine someone like Dominique Wilkins or Sean Kemp playing in today's NBA, just being able to run downhill at will and just dunk.
Dunk.
I mean, it would just.
Or like Jordan Percy would be pretty sweet, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, just.
Yeah. Okay.
But those guys who are handling the ball, they could just go downhill, dunk. It would just be sick.
Clyde Drexler would
40, yeah.
And Drexler would probably would have benefited.
Drexler too, yeah.
Because he could dribble, and then he would just dunk.
Drexler and a Jordan, yeah, they'd like another 5 points game right there. 5-6 points, easy. Yeah.
And the other game I was referring to a minute ago was Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto
got a great record, and they lost by 3, and they had that game too. The Blazers right now, the record is something like what is it, 8, 9, and 14 or 15?
9 and 14, but
it could be the other way around easily.
It could easily be the other way around if we had some of our major starters playing.
But even just the way the games turned out, like there's games even with the starters, we got the game, and just by pure idiocy or something at the end of the game, we just blow it. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but at least we're in the game. Do
you think it's because they're a young team, or do you think it's coaching? What do you think that? Do you think if Chauncey was coaching, they'd be winning those games, or they'd be still having the same result?
I just think it comes. What it really is like in those last crucial minutes when you don't have shooters that can just drill shots,
which we don't.
You almost have to be hot and just on a roll, and then we win those ones. But when we don't have that, other teams would go to a player like Shea, and he's just going to score, get fouled, go to the basket. And those are the games where we need to just sort of focus in on Denny at the end of the game. But instead, you got Tumani jacking up a 3 from 30 feet, and it's not going to go in. And, if it goes in, he's a hero. But Denny he's not a hero ball.
We're not a good 3-point shooting team, though. We're below the league average. I think the league average is 36, and we're shooting below that.
Yeah.
We're like
and I think that's where Dame, like, if he comes back, as long as he doesn't demand the ball, I think he'd fit in great. And he runs around the edges, and then let Denny keep doing what he's doing and just distribute. And then Scoot's also a distributor too. So
that could. I'm really excited to see what happens. That's why I'm not really down on how they are right now, because I mean, even Klingon didn't play in that Grizzly game. He was out.
Yeah, and it was cool to see Young Hansen gets some, or Hans, I think they call him Yang Hansen, or there's some kind of weird
Hansen, Young.
Hansen or something like that. But he, he started off really shitty. Like it looked like, oh my god, he's just like deer in the headlights. But then, sort of in the second half, when they give him a little extended minutes and did a few things, he seemed to get some momentum going.
Yeah, his little spin move was good. I'll pull the clip and
he did a spin move, and he also got one on the baseline where he did a little left-handed hook.
Yeah.
If you got the clip, you can show it on your, and I'll put your. Can you do it on your?
I don't have it.
It was a really good one. He was just kind of. He does that move, and apparently, like in practice, he is just as good as Klingon or anybody else in there. Like it's one of those things where you go to the game, you need enough game time where you're not nervous anymore, and you just instinctually play basketball.
Here, I'll send you the clip. Maybe you can figure out how to play it. There's a link to the clip there.
Where'd you put it?
In Discord. Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh no, that's where he got smashed in the face. Sorry, that's the one where he got fouled right in the face.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
Yeah,
that was a game-turning moment where I think it was a 10-point game or something.
Clothesline, yeah.
And he got smoked in the face. The ball rolls out of bounds, and then the referee didn't give enough time for our bench to go, "Hey, we want to challenge that one." And then he got a technical foul, the coach, because of that.
Yeah.
And then it turned into like
he's lying on the ground, and then instead of stopping play, they're just like, they kind of stopped play, and then they didn't stop play, and then.
Yeah, well, our team should have just called a timeout regardless at that moment.
That's true. That's true. Did you see that? Did you see Yang kind of trolling that guy after who was it? He was kind of shaking his finger at
that was sweet.
At CD, he's like, call it. He's like, challenge it. Yeah, that's great. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he gets it on the block. See, yeah. I mean, he's not lightning quick, but he's quick enough. Yeah.
But see, it's pretty quick though, right? Like it shows he's got all the footwork, and then passing that one. He made it in the game. He had a really nice had the ball. He could have shot three, dribbled in a little bit, and then with his right hand just kind of flicked it to somebody for an easy dunk. I mean, and then another one, he caught it on the low baseline right, and then spun in and left-handed hook made it.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how the minutes go this season between him and Klingon, because Klingon's playing he's averaging a double-double.
Well, it's also and Robert Williams didn't play, so it's like when it's so he might not be. That's why they had him play in the G League, just to get him some run around, and maybe even get him ready. I don't know if they knew oh wow, we need him ready for this game. I mean, it's kind of strange how the next day he's on a flight all the way over playing.
Well, again, he's 20, right? So you should be able to play. You should be able to play all day long. I don't care.
Yeah.
And it goes back to your point about people like, well, those are NBA athletes. Like, yeah, but their bodies are NBA. I mean, they're the top 0.001% of athletes in the world. So it scales, right? So, a bunch of chuckers playing at the Y, if they're playing hard for 4 hours at their level, these guys should be able to play 35 minutes a night back to back. I mean, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, it's weird too. Yeah, because they only play 30-something minutes, most of 35 minutes, and they play hard during the moments they're moving. But there's free throws. There's
out of bounds, timeouts. There's all those stoppages that aren't in normal. Like if you look at something like tennis, where those guys are playing singles, they've got 2 hours. It's a 2-hour match. They're on the court for 2 hours, and they have stoppages, but they're on the court running as hard as they can, doing everything they can for 2 hours, and then they have to play sometimes they have to play 24 hours later. They get they're playing back-to-backs for a tournament, and they'll have to play 7 in a row. They'll play, get a day off, play, get a day off, play, get a day off. So they're playing 7 2-hour, and if it's a Masters, they're playing 4. Sometimes those matches go 4 hours. So I don't want to hear about.
Yeah.
NBA
They'll say, well, there's no bodies banging. Yeah, come on. Jesus.
If you want to give a guy a rest, just play him 25 minutes. That's what they used to do, right? It's like you play, you play the guy at least 20 minutes, 15 minutes. the fans.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, it's not fair to the fans
No.
that paid money to see Jordan play and he's sitting on the bench. I'm
Yeah.
saying back in the day, like Kobe, Kobe when he played some games he'd sit out, but like right now, Luka Doncic sits out.
When Luka and LeBron and those guys are sitting out, I mean, what was the point of seeing the Lakers?
Right, and you bought the tickets.
Right.
For let's say you get it for your kid for his birthday. Oh God, we're gonna go see
Right.
Luka, and then he's not even there because he's just
Right, and you take time out of your day. I mean, it's a whole thing. It's not like you just run down there, watch for an hour and a half, and leave. Right, you got the parking, you got the,
right.
whatever you're gonna do. It's a whole thing. So
that's kind of why I like watching it on television better. The whole rigmarole of finding that little parking spot, sneaking over there,
and then you don't get to see the big stars play. Right, not because they're hurt, but because they just we got some rest. Got to rest them.
Yeah, he's not allowed to play back-to-backs at this point.
Yeah, like Embiid.
I'm looking forward to getting. I want Scoot Henderson to come back.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Because he played so well in the summer. He plays exactly a similar. He just wants to push the ball up the court, and he's good at defense. He's good. He's not like great or anything, and he. He was doing so well.
We're a fast-paced team. We're one of the faster-paced teams in the NBA. I was looking at the press conference from the Detroit coach, and he was talking about how Portland's got a really good thing going. They're fast. We rebound really well. We're one of the top rebounding teams in the league. I think we're like fourth. Fourth, and then we're like second
for that.
Second for offensive rebounds. Yeah, Klingen's is just killing on.
If you don't have Robert Williams or Klingen, you're probably not going to do great at rebounding. Hanson's okay, but he's not like a Robert Williams. For all the times he's injured, when he plays, he jumps higher than any person I've ever seen him. It is incredible. He blocked like somebody's 3-pointer, and he was like 8 feet away from him. He jumped way up and just.
That's like Wemby stuff. Yeah, wow.
That's crazy how high he jumps. Yeah, when you throw an alley-oop to him, his head's right at the rim. He's boom like that. And he's kind of big. So it's strange that he can do that. But I'm really pumped about Klingen though, because I think he's actually a good passer too. And he's working on when he's got the ball underneath, doing a couple moves and trying to score.
Yeah.
He needs to be better at that for sure. There was a great pass that somebody made to him in the last game, and he caught it. And the next thing it did was his knee hit it and it flew out of bounds. It's like, how does that even happen? It was right under the basket.
Yeah, you got to be ready, man. Gotta always think that ball's coming to you. Right?
Well, the worst part is he was ready. That's the thing. That's what sucks even more is he caught it kind of like waist high, and his knees were like a clink, and it just I don't know what happened.
And knee knocked the ball out.
It was almost unexplainable, so I just kind of put it out of my mind as something that I try to pretend that it was something that didn't actually happen. Yeah.
What do you think? I one thing I noticed was I didn't realize that. I knew that the 3-pointers were like way up, and they keep going up, for teams, but it's the average number of 3-pointers shot per game. What do you think that is, like, for both teams total, the average NBA game? How many 3-pointers do you think they take a night? What do you think?
Well, now I think it's probably 40 something or more.
Higher.
Is it really? What is it?
Higher. Just guess. Higher. It's higher than 40.
52.
Higher.
60?
Higher.
Come on, combined.
Average combined together.
Oh, combined together. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking one team, so I would say 88.
That's 74, but yeah. That's the average. The average is 74. So yeah, there are probably teams. Yeah. There's probably games out there where you're getting 88, 90. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think back in the 90s and 80s, it was like they would average like 20 to both teams, right?
Yeah, I remember there was a game like Porter made 6 or 8 or something.
Yeah, and that was a big game.
Yeah, it's weird how they didn't figure out the analytics back then. Like, what does it mean? You shoot 40%. That's literally shooting like 65% from 2.
Except here's the thing. So what that doesn't take into account is the rebounding. You get more offensive rebounding chances off a 2 than a 3. I think it's like, I was looking up those stats. It's like you've got a
Unless
25.
you're a bricklayer.
You've got like a 25% chance of getting the rebound versus this is just making this up, but it's like 19% chance of getting an offensive rebound off of a 2 and like a 11% off of a 3 because the threes they rebound longer. So
It seems like that would go outside of the defense though and be able for the offense to get it if it rebounds longer.
You'd think, but look at the way people play now. They're just all kind of standing out by the perimeter. And they don't pack the interior as much. So, but yeah, so you're missing out on more offensive rebounds when you take more threes. You're missing out on more offensive rebound opportunities.
I wish there was something else about. Oh, go ahead. What was that last one?
Well, and the other thing is just a bad 2-point shot. I still think it's a much higher chance of going in than a bad 3-point shot. And if it's in traffic, you're more likely to get a foul, right? I mean, you're more likely to get a foul trying to take 2s than you are 3.
Well, I think that's why, like Jeremy Grant's shots are so when he was shooting 2-pointers were so bad that rule went out the window. I mean,
he was 5 for 16. He was 1 for 11 for a while there on that Grizzly game, and he ended up 5 for 16.
I mean, he but they've got him to dribble in, and no, he got fouled. He probably got a lot of free throws then, right, in that game.
Free throws. He was 9 for 10.
Yeah. So that's because they've said you shoot 3-pointers or drive to the basket. We don't want.
But that 5 for 16 doesn't count the free throw. Usually, unless it goes in, that doesn't count it as an attempt, right? So when you go in, you drive, and you shoot, and you get fouled, if that ball doesn't go in, that doesn't count as
It doesn't count as an attempt.
Even though it is, and even though it should, it doesn't. But if it goes in, it counts, right? If it goes in, it counts.
Right. Yeah. So when he missed,
but
I guess you could say, but the ones that he shot, and that he wasn't fouled on.
Yeah.
He didn't shoot very good.
No, 1 for 11 is not very good. No, you're right.
It's terrible. So I mean, even though he sort of slightly makes up for it with, you're giving a foul to the other team, and you're getting some more rest, it does let you rest a little bit at the line. And then, I think it's funny when it's the dumbest thing in the world when people say, yeah, now they're scoring with the clock not moving.
Right.
Well, what are you talking about? Okay. When the ball goes through the basket on a jumper, you scored at that, and then it starts moving, it's still moving. It's like after you make the free throw, it's still moving right after you make the free throw. It's like it doesn't save time or anything.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, they always say that too. They're like, "Oh, they're putting points on the clock without the clock moving." It's like, but
it's going to move right after this, and it would have been the same if you'd made a layup. They would have inbounded the ball, and it would have kept ticking.
Right. All you're really buying is your team some rest.
That's it, right? Yeah. But they make it seem like strategically, it's I guess if there's a play that you need to inbound the ball and toss it to somebody with a second to go.
Yeah,
there's a better chance at that,
Yeah, but that's why you do those timeouts, and that way you can inbound the ball at half court instead of all the way, the other end of the court.
Yeah.
Yeah, David Avia wasn't shooting too well the Grizzly game either. I think he was 1 for 11 at one point, but he ended up 7 for 14. So he shot his way back into it.
Yeah, he didn't. He played 31 minutes, but it seemed like they weren't involving him. When you look at during that game, it's sort of interesting to look that Sidi Sissoko, who played 24 minutes, half the game.
Yeah.
When he was on the floor, they were +5. Isn't that amazing? Like half the game. And then Yang Hansen, when he was in, is +2. But then you have and he was playing against the starters. He started in the game.
Oh, he did. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay. Well, that's more impressive then, yeah.
Yeah, and it's weird. It almost makes you think that their guy Edey, because he was playing against him, and then when they would take Edey out, they'd take Yang out. It's like, dude, let Yang feast against their shooter guy. Yeah, against their squirter guys. Just throw him the ball every time down the court and let him try to get some buckets.
Well, Yang's, I was looking at his per 36 per 36 minute stats, and his per 36 is it's right there with Klingon. It's like it's real neck and neck. So even though Klingon's getting more boards,
his is such a small sample size that it's really hard.
That's true. You need like a full season to really
or like have him play 15 games where he's playing 20 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
Like Shaden Sharp, though. See, look at that. Negative 31, and he played 27 minutes. That's almost hard to do. Like,
Yeah, but
compared
he
to this.
shot well. He shot really well. He was 3 for 3 for 3-pointers and 5 for 11.
But he had the most ludicrous turnover. How many turnovers did he have?
Turnovers, he had 6.
Yeah, they were horrendous turnovers. Like just dribbling and just
Yeah, he didn't do anything else. 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal.
How many? Look at that. 2 assists, 6 turnovers. That's about as bad as you get right there.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty awful.
Well, yes, it's absolutely terrible. It's about as bad. That means I guess you could say you scored some points, but I don't know. Just the momentum shifts. Last night's game, the ball control by everybody. Like I remember Denny was dribbling up the court. Some guy ran right behind him, just tipped it away. Nobody said anything to him. Sometimes he's dribbling over and he just fumbles it. And then Shaden Sharp fumbled it a million times. I bet. How many turnovers did we have? I mean, it must have been
total turnovers. We had
must have been 20 something.
25.
Oh God, 25
to 21 assists. Yeah.
Oh my God, 25 turnovers is about the worst you'll ever see.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
25. That means 25 times that you could have shot, maybe scored.
Yeah.
You just fumbled the damn ball away.
Or
they weren't
foul. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, we had a couple of those, but I would say 90% of those were just like, here, do you want the ball? To the other team, just terrible, not even great defense.
Hand it over.
It wasn't even good defense. It was just, hey, I suck. Here's a ball. That night.
The Grizzlies had 18 steals.
Yeah, and that's what it looked like.
That tells you that most of those turnovers were 18 steals. It tells you the turnovers are bad. Yeah.
And obviously they must be pretty good at defense too, but at the same time, 18 just total ball control.
But they had 22 turnovers. They had 22 turnovers as well.
Yeah, well the Blazers the way theirs are sort of like intercepting passes and drawing offensive fouls. I think Monty drew 2 offensive foul charges.
Oh, okay. That's good. Those are good turnovers, Yeah. What do you think of obviously is the main ball handler now, but like let's say everybody's healthy on the team. What's your ideal lineup for the starters for this team? Like what do you think is
Well, I was hoping Scoot Henderson, but he's still got a while, so I would
let's say at some undetermined point in the future, everybody's healthy, they're ready to go, they're playing well. Who do you
if everybody was healthy, I would want to have Scoot Henderson. Scoot Henderson, Tumani, Advia, Klingon, and it'd be cool if Robert Williams could play power forward. What I thought would be amazing is to have Klingon and Hansen play together. Because Hansen doesn't need to be. He's not really a post-up guy. No. He can make little 15-foot jumpers and passes.
And he could play high post. They could try to do something like the Jokic thing where he plays high post and then you put Klingon like in a dunker spot or something.
Yeah, that's exactly. And he's such a great passer. I would love to see him try this at some point.
Yeah.
But there's that one player that I mentioned. Man, I can't remember his name. He's the guy. Let's see. Hold on. His name isn't ingrained in my memory quite yet.
Did you see that play where Hansen had a wide open 3 and then he declined it? He's kind of stopped. He thought about it.
Yeah, that was that pass.
He passed it. Yeah, he passed it to the cutter, and the guy got the.
Yeah, that's the one I was referring to earlier. Yeah. Right. It was a really, it was a
I
cool.
I think that's a smart basketball play. I mean, he might have got the 3, but we definitely got the 2, and we might have got a foul on that. You know what I mean? That just seems like if you can get a 2 and a foul, that's better than getting a wide open 3.
Yeah.
If you can get a 2, 2 and a foul is. I mean, just think about how Shaq and some of the beasts on the low post used to just kill teams because you're just going through people. Everybody's in foul trouble, and then the defense. That's how you get the defense to play off of you more because they're in the bonus and they can't afford to take more fouls. But you're not getting those unless you're James Harden. You're not, or maybe Steph Curry. You're not getting those fouls at the 3-point line as much.
Yeah, Grant gets that called a lot at the 3-point line.
Does he?
He's right. He's right. He's like right behind Harden. That's why. That's funny. He's right behind him. For some reason, Grant gets those, but
No, he wasn't shooting well.
like just to answer the question, if everybody was healthy and it was
Yeah.
how I envision a
So
team,
you got Scoot.
I would actually say Henderson, Sharp. But Sharp
Right.
just needs to play a little tougher.
Yeah.
But Sharp and then Tumani, Klingon, and
Avia.
Advia. Yeah, Advia is like the main person, but I think that would be a pretty cool. It's like a pretty, it's like you got a center, you've got this sort of point forward and Advia, then you've got Tumani Kamara, just a real hustler, Jerome Kersey type player, and then you've got Scoot Henderson, who really pushes the ball up the court, quick as hell. And then Sharp, who when he's playing good is incredibly valuable, but he kind of has the Batum factor to me, like where you just go, oh man, like he's got so much ability. He does have scores quite a bit, but his shooting sucks often. Like he'll have a game where he scores 21, but he's 6 of 17 and had a few free throws, and I don't think that's incredibly valuable. It's like sometimes you got these people that have these high scoring averages, but when you look at the game, what they're doing, I mean, look at what you can't be.
It's like someone like Ja Morant. I mean, a lot of these guys, they're just shooting like 40%, 41%.
Yeah, and they look really cool when they're doing stuff, but at the same time, are they playing great defense all the time? Are they?
Well, it's like Gilbert Arenas is a classic example, right? Score, no defense, and he's shooting 41%, 40 or under 40%, right? But he's hot shit because he got 40 points. That's great. You got 40 points, and you totally inefficient, and your team still lost.
I'll tell you, the guy that I always think of this guy named. There was a guy way back in the day named Freeman Williams.
Yeah.
He used to score like 60, but he'd be 20 of 48 or 50 or whatever.
Yeah.
Just jacking. There wasn't a shot he didn't like.
Yeah. No, the efficiency. That's the other thing that's missing from the game now. Is just the efficiency's gone. It's just not. It used to be.
Oh wait, what happened right there? Hold on. Oh, there you go. Go ahead.
Yeah, it used to be 45% for a guard was like that was sort of your top tier guards, right? 45% and higher. That's a good shooting percentage for a guard. Now it's low 40s. And granted, more of that's because they have more 3-pointers, so they're going to miss more of those. But still, I don't know.
Yeah. Who would you pick for your starting?
I like Tumani, Scoot, Advia, and then Klingon, and then probably Sharp.
Yeah, so it's basically the same team.
Yeah, and then you if you with like Dame and Hansen coming off the bench with Suck on those guys. I think that.
Yeah, but the thing is the guy that Drew Holiday is really good.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Drew. Yeah, I'd probably start Drew. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing is like Scoot Henderson might have started this year had he wasn't injured out of training camp. Everybody says how he was just incredible.
Yeah.
And I saw him all summer on those videos. You should go watch him, but he's practicing.
Yeah.
At this place, and the guy just kept posting the videos, and he kept doing these different. I mean, it was amazing. Then he tears his hamstring. So it's like, would Drew have come off the bench, or how would that have worked?
Yeah, because Drew's such a good defender too.
Mm-hmm.
He's such a smart player. Yeah,
he's very valuable to have.
Even if you started him and played him fewer minutes, like 25 minutes, right? But
he's a good shooter too. What if you started Scoot, Drew?
Yeah.
And put Sharp off the bench.
Yeah.
Because then you have really good defense and good shooting.
Then you're deeper. Then you're like more of like an OKC, right? Where you've got like you're 8-9 deep, and then you've got double digits coming like 8-9.
Yeah. And then there was a guy that you probably didn't see much, but Blake Wesley.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the season, I mean, this guy, he won games for us. Like he would just come in and not it wasn't even from his shooting. He was one of those pesky defensive guys just running around, just absolutely like a menace, stealing balls, knocking around. Perfect.
He's injured now too.
Yeah, he actually broke a bone in his foot. I mean, Jesus, we have the worst luck.
We've got Donovan, Wesley, Tybal, Henderson, Lillard, Drew, all out.
And the thing is, Thibault, my God, he worked on his three. He was a great worked on his 3-point shooting. Was great at that, and he's one of the best defensive players I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So he was perfect 3 and D type, where you just come in, you shoot threes, and you can, obviously you can make layups if you got a layup. And so he like tore a ligament in his thumb or something.
Yeah. Wesley's foot, Tybal's thumb,
Henderson's hamstring. Yeah, Lillard just was sort of like, hey, he just came back, and
Lillard's not. Well, from here I'm reading he's not even going to come back this season at all.
Yeah, no, Lillard was just he was on Milwaukee Bucks, right? So we just and then Milwaukee waived him basically,
right?
And he just goes, "Oh, cool!" And he signed. And the Blazers said, "Hey, why don't you come back here and take the whole next year off rehabbing, and then the year after that, we'll work on something, But I don't want him taking minutes, like
from the other
like
guys.
all of a sudden he's going to pound nails again.
So we're not even going to see him this season. He's just out.
Right. Like Lillard is always an ISO player. Like you throw him like Brandon Roy.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that style. I love the shooting that Lillard did. One of the best, not his shooting percentage from 3 wasn't incredible, but
he had range. He had some crazy.
Crazy range. Almost like mine. He could almost shoot as far as I can.
I know. 10 feet behind just pull up. So speaking of that, so in today's NBA, how do you think a player like Tracy Murray would do?
He probably would have
crazy range.
Yeah, I think he probably would have done way better because they probably would have let him shoot 9 or 10
9
12
9 threes a game. Yeah,
right. Sure. There was players that were way ahead of their time.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say Jeff Petrie is one of those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, you watch
Petrie.
There's some highlights you see out there, and he just pulls up from 30 like all day long. Just boom, boom, boom.
Well, Jerry West, right? I mean, he would have. Mr. Outside, right? They called him Mr. Outside for
he what's interesting too? You had me look at you brought up Kuzi the other day, or like a few months back, and I went and watched that guy. He was like the Harlem Globetrotter. Like he could have been. He was way ahead of his time.
I mean, he was. Because what they always show him when like the current NBA guys are clowning on him, they always show him he's doing the dribble out because they keep showing that clip where he's kind of
with one hand.
Yeah, but he's trying to play keeper. He's trying to take the time off the clock, so he's just dribbling around people and try to not, get fouled and try to take time off the clock. That's the clip they always show. But there are other clips of him. He's left hand, right hand. He's dribbling around, but you have to dribble on top of the ball.
And his passing was incredible. Like he would look this way, go woo, and just fling it.
That's why I don't buy this more skilled shit either, because more skilled means, you can carry. You just look at what these guys. You can carry the ball from the bottom and just, take 3 steps, and if those guys could do that, they'd be just. Pistol Pete, all those guys would just be incredible ball handlers. Can you imagine if Drexler could just carry the ball whenever he wanted to? With that first step, forget it, dude.
Yeah, I think where it all started, where carrying became okay, was Iverson. Yeah, exactly. It's like, and it was the ad on TV where he went like this, woo, and he made Jordan fall over. And
then broke his ankles. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's when the carrying really got. You could see there was an evolution over time. The 70s, they started getting a little more to the side of the ball, and then the 80s, there's a little bit more they could go to the side of the ball more. But then the real under, just where you palm it and just move it around,
like it's on a martini tray.
Right. Yeah. Come on. Or imagine if Stockton could have. Come on.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me just look at something here. The standings. So it looks like the Blazers are still even in playing position. Down here. But let's see. Here's the interesting part: is where does it talk about road versus? So looking at home, they're 3-6. And 6-9 on the road, but that means 15-9. That's 6 games less at home.
Yeah.
So I think when they get a few of these players back, like Holiday and
Klingon,
I think all of a sudden we're going to go on a run at some point. But my 48 and 24 thing, or 34 or whatever, doesn't look as good right now because.
But it's not it's not mathematically out of the picture yet because they could
No.
go on. But again, these games have been so close; they're so depleted, and if we're at full strength and playing well, I mean, I think
I could go on like a 7, 8, be like 8-1, 8-2,
good.
and 7-3, just kind of go on these nice little runs for a while.
Yeah,
Easily.
especially against Eastern teams when they come to our home.
We have a lot of home games coming up. Apparently, we had like one of the toughest, if not the toughest, schedule up until this point.
Oh,
and then at some point, it switches around where we have an easier, whatever that means. It seems like every team's pretty good.
In the West, in the West, they're all brutal. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and the East, now they've got, the Pistons are really good.
For the East.
Yeah, like in the East, it seems like, you've got, I don't know. They don't seem as.
The East has never been. The East has never. Since the Celtics and maybe the 90 Pistons, the East has not been strong ever. Not in our lifetime ever. I know people are like, oh, no, sometimes the East, it's never been. It's always been the just a dogfight in the West, and whoever gets the top had to go.
It was already beaten so bad.
Beaten, and they've had to go through 50-win team, 50-win team, 50-win team, and the East was always like you have three teams at 50 plus, and everybody else just wouldn't even make it.
Yeah, and they still might win because that one team was really good.
Yeah, well, it's the same with the Bulls, right? I mean,
but this year it looks like it's kind of more even. I mean, if you look at it, it's like their 10th place team is 10-15, and ours is 9-15.
Yeah,
and then 9-14 is the Bulls. They're not even in the play-in at this point. So I don't know. Maybe they've been playing each other, but we seem to do well when we play on the road. The Blazers. I think the weird part is on the road this year we're 6-9, but we could easily be 9-6 or better.
Yeah,
where we have been in the lead, like I said earlier, with 4 minutes to go, and like a lot of them, just somehow didn't win. And we've lost 2 games this year at the buzzer. 3 points at the buzzer, losing by 2 of them. And the ball's in the air when it goes, and then it goes swish. I mean, that's incredible, right? Like, I mean, that's right there.
Take heart, Blazer fans. It's not a trash team. It's definitely,
that's right.
There's definitely, it's going to be better. So,
you got any final words?
No, I'm just excited about some of the guys coming back. Even though the record's not looking great right now, I feel like they could easily play their way into the 8th, 7th seed, no problem.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Murray needs to learn how to shoot. I bet in practice he drills things, but in the game he can't make a goddamn thing. And that's really, if he could make shots, we could have won. I think there's like 4 or 5 of those games we'd win easily because he just
25. He had 25 minutes in that game against the Grizzlies, and he took one. He was 1 for 1.
Was it a 3?
It was not a 3. He took no threes.
Oh, he dunked it. That's right. I remember that. He went in and dunked it. I'm glad he didn't shoot any threes. Maybe that helped. But anyway, I'm with you. I think the Blazers, when they get everybody back, and even right now they're playing hard and well.
Yeah.
As Lincoln's playing, even without all those other ones, we have a shot. When he's not playing, he is such a huge presence, blocking shots at the rim. Yeah. Getting every rebound, great offensive rebound. Unbelievable offensive rebounder, which is huge for getting shots.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
All right.
Hopefully Young Hansen gets some more minutes. But hey, it was good hanging out.
All right, man. We'll see you next time. All right.
Now, how the hell do I get out of here? Let's see.
Wait, what do I do?
I think I hit end stream. Let's see.